Okay, that's good then.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Good afternoon. I'll tell you what, today, the sun is shining here where I am at the moment. It's usually pouring down of rain, usually, but that's where every place I go at the moment. Anyway, folks, don't forget today we have got uh, four guests on today, um, and we've got four guests on, and our first one today. Well, you kind of like you play a lot of music. You're in where are you actually at the moment then? Ethno.
I'm in Bournemouth, in
Oh,
England.
you're in Bournemouth.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. What about you?
Oh, I'm in the southwest in Devon.
Oh, okay. Anywhere
Yeah,
close
yeah.
to Oakhampton?
No, Exeter way.
Exeter way, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. What can we call you? What do we call you?
You call me ethereal when I'm doing my music, but when I'm not doing my music, people call me Yui.
Yui.
Yeah, and that's she and her pronouns, female pronouns.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So what I really thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Um, I want to kind of like talk about your music because your music is different than anybody else's music, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So can you tell everybody out there and tell everybody out there who on my radio and on my podcast here about you and what you do and everything. Okay?
Yeah, sure. Basically, I decided to do um ambient music because I believe, like, there's a lot of chaos out there, and the world is moving so fast. So sometimes we need to slow down, and that's why I thought it would be a great idea to do ambient music. And I'd already tried different things before, like like being in a rock band and doing folk music and everything. And I just felt like, well, I'm getting more in touch with my spiritual side, and so I decided to keep doing ambient music since 2012 now.
Not
And
not many not many people out there know what ambient music is. Can you explain that to people?
ambient music can be something that's like, well, in my perspective, it's haunting, healing, hypnotic. Um, Sounds a bit like meditational music, but with me, like I've decided to put everything on reverb, um, my keyboard playing and my singing, um, because it really it's the frequencies that it sends to you inside, like, makes you feel quite soothing inside.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, I understand. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's my goal of doing that. So that's ambient music. Ambient is also relaxing. um it's like easy listening, but like, easy listening can be like sort of like soft country music or soft rock music. um I'm I just remember that, like, when I was in my teens, I found skate punk and punk rock quite relaxing. But I've uh I've grown a lot since then, especially musically, and now, like, yeah, I just want to, like, do ambient music from a spiritual side of.
Are you spiritual then?
Yes, I'm Buddhist.
Are you Buddhist?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And do you kind of like practice? You practice Buddhism, then? Do you?
Yeah, I come from a Buddhist I come from a Buddhist background, and I meditate when I feel low. Um, I know some Buddhist chanting. I've got I've got a chanting book, prayer book in my wardrobe. Yeah, and it has helped me. It's helped me with my transitioning and my mental health issues and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Um, Tell me about kind of your kind of music more further because I've listened to it, okay, and
Okay.
when I've listened to it, I kind of like I just closed my eyes, was listening to it, then I was going like that, and it was actually so soothing. I was just drifting off into another. I was on another planet, say.
That's what the music is all about. That's what my music is all about, and I'm glad that it's touched you in that way as well.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
that's what everybody tells me, that they can drift off, go to sleep, and then they go. It's like helping people to do astral projection and go to other dimensions.
yeah, yeah. I think it was. I think it's really good. I think it's really nice. I think it's soothing, and and it also helps people with the mental health side of things, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
actually
you.
feeling quite emotional now that you told me that, because I haven't heard someone telling me that for quite a long time now because of the pandemic.
Well, it does. I'm only. A lot of people know me because I've been doing this for a while now. That what I say, I just tell you the truth. If
Yeah.
I've got something to say to people, I just tell them. But no, it's true. By listening to your music, we're going through quite our times at the moment,
Mm,
and people want to kind of calm down. They want to kind of like reflect, and they want to kind of they don't want the worries no more. So they can. So what they want to do is they want to listen to your music.
yeah. Yeah.
So can you sing something for us now?
Yeah, sure. It's called this is the song that I always break into when I'm introducing myself, and this is called Ascension into the Ethereal.
Okay.
Skin like satin, braces my soul. Make it sleep as the night unfolds. Stars glistening on my face. Found my own grace. Radiating, levitating, supernatural, like an angel ascending. like an angel descending.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you.
I want to touch on your transmission now. When, because you're going for a transmission now, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I believe that, like, even when we're going from one gender to another, we're transitioning. When even as humans, like when we're going from someone like we're all born spiritual, right? And then we become like materialistic and everything like that. We get distracted by what the media tells us and what propaganda tells us. But then by doing meditation, we can become aware of these things within us and outside of us, and we can become spiritual again. So right now, like, even though my transition is pretty much over because I've had the operation, I'm now like concentrating on my spiritual transition, also known as going on the path to enlightenment. And
Right.
enlightenment, in my perspective, means the path to true happiness.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
And in some um, in some religions and in some places, they say, oh well, it's totally wrong. What would you say to people about that then? Because if
Well,
you're, if a Christian did it, or somebody else did it, say, in another religion, they will say, well, this is not right in everything. So, what I'm trying to say is, what makes you different?
what makes me different? There's nothing that makes me different because I'm nobody. This is another Buddhist philosophy that we're actually nobody.
Yeah.
We're all specks of dust, because if you go into out of the planet and you look down at us, you can't see us, can you? So
No.
I always try to um, not use as much of my ego as I can, because what is an ego for? We have this since the days of school, we just have this belief that, like, we need to have an ego so that we can
Yeah.
survive within a dog eat dog society.
Yeah. The trouble is, we'll see, we live in a society at the moment where there's a lot of stigma, right?
Hmm.
With trans movement, if and the trouble is, sometimes the church is against people like doing transmission from from whatever. And the trouble is, I ain't got nothing against it. I ain't got nothing against it at all. What I'm trying to do is trying to ask you, because people probably might be listening now and saying, well, you know, if you're Buddhist, does that mean that you can can't that you can transmit? What I mean transmission,
Yeah,
or
like, and like Buddhist isn't actually religion. It's a way of life. It's a philosophy. Although, like, there are some sects of Buddhism, sects as in sects, that do believe in a god and a goddess, like Chinese Buddhism, Guan Yin. But with my one, the Thai side, um, we just believe in Buddha who was human himself, Siddhartha Gautama.
okay,
So
so
maybe that helps your question.
yeah, I don't want to touch on this quite a bit. So, what made you want to, kind of like trans? Why did you want to do it for?
I'm glad you asked me that because I've been thinking about the whole thing about like how we're slaves to this sort of like sexuality thing and gender constructs, and we're like thinking like, oh, am I gay? Am I straight? Am I bi? Well, my spiritual belief is that we're all bisexual because I believe in reincarnation. I believe in past lives and the next lives, and like that means that we could have been female or male or whatever in our past lives, and you only get you're like Steve in this life, and then you're going to be someone else with a different name, and that name is just a label in the next life.
Right.
You just need that name Steve so that so that people can identify you, and yeah. um
But see the trouble is, I'm a Christian, right?
okay,
Right. So I'm
I'm
a
cool with that.
Christian. Yeah, yeah. Well, and this is the way I am. But I don't go around kind of like
You don't go around preaching.
yeah about it, or go around saying you must do that, because everybody's got a choice in the world what they
Yeah,
want
we're
to
all
be.
entitled to our own beliefs and opinions,
Yeah,
aren't
and what you want to be. But what I'm trying to say to you is that there could be people out there who are saying, and I don't take the notes of people anyway, but this is people's opinion. They're saying, why did you change your sexuality?
oh, sexuality. Okay, so who you go to bed with is your sexuality, and who you go to bed as is your gender identity. For me, it's all about gender identity, who I went to bed as.
Right,
So I it's like I thought I was a cross dresser to begin with. I thought I was gay to begin with, but I've always felt like female inside.
right. So you just want, so you thought, oh well, I don't want to be a man no more. I want to be a woman.
Well, I never felt like a man, and I never believed that I was a man. But I tried. I tried to be a man. I even tried to be a husband and a son, and it was not what I was able to identify with, and it made me feel very low, and made me feel like I had like suicidal thoughts and everything like that. And
I do understand. I understand. I understand.
yeah, yeah,
It's,
thank you.
I'm only coming out with the questions because people, uh, people, on my radio site and on here, it's all open. See, and the trouble is, I'm well known trying to get answers out of people, because the
Yeah,
pe-
yeah,
the
I
people out the
I like
people
that.
out there the people out there are so rude and so horrible. And I thought I put this to bed now, because then that we don't have to get, I don't have to hear it. And the trouble is, I don't care. Pe- people say to me, "Oh, You know, I had a friend who I had a friend who was actually a transgender person, right? And my friend was in the media quite a bit. All right, so I know where you're coming from, and I know a bit about it. But the trouble is, you'll see, when you're doing your music now, what does people look at you as?
I prefer people to look at me as me, like just not as a label. I know that I label myself often just to protect my dignity and my own ego and everything. And then I find that I label people as well, but I just like people to see me as the
As you,
music.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And I tell you what, I'm glad you're doing that. Well done,
Mhm.
well done.
Yeah.
You stick up for yourself, and you know, I wish you all the best. You know what you do.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, like I was busking every day before the pandemic and getting paid gigs and that. So I was in the social environment 24/7. So I know firsthand what it's like to be trans and to be someone who's different.
well,
And yeah, like I have been threatened before, and I've really seen like you know how how people can feel like very very offended just by what someone looks like, and even the kind of music that they do.
well, it doesn't matter. All right,
Mm.
as long as you're happy, that's what matters. Don't worry about anybody else, what everybody else thinks. If they don't like you, just tell them to go away. And
Yeah, life is too short,
that's
isn't it?
that's life is too short. And at the end of the day, we can be what we want to be.
Mm.
All right, so don't take the notice. Carry on doing your music and all that. Have you got another song for me?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
This is a song that I wrote during the pandemic because I was very affected by, well, not just me, but all other creative people and self-employed people. We're all affected a lot by the pandemic. So I wrote a song about it. It's called Concrete Avenues. The dark whisper in your ear. So much more to watch here within these concrete avenues. These concrete avenues.
That's lovely.
There you go. I don't know what happened. I just forgot the lyrics. Yeah,
That's okay.
I
Um,
perform it every day, but like for some reason I just forgot the lyrics.
what else can you play? What else can you play?
I can play the rest of the song.
Carry on.
Okay. Mother's mail was nothing enough. I felt another kind of love from somewhere above. Must made up, this is who I am. Got another kind of love in the palm of my hands. What Certainly the day, certainly the night, death is our doorstep. Must we seek our lives for love, for love. From the dark Caribbean realm, whisper in your ear, there's so much more to what you hear within this concrete and news. From the dark Caribbean realm, whisper in your ear, there's so much more to what you hear within this concrete and news. From the dark Caribbean, whisper in your ear, so much more to what you hear. This concrete and news. This concrete avenue.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
That was really good. That was really good. I'll tell you what. We only got half an hour, but what I want to do is, I just want to just say thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
Okay,
you.
and I'd love for you to come back on again.
Thank you
Um,
so much.
yeah, no, it's not a problem. Don't worry about it. I'll get in contact with my wife. Is just sitting over there, and she will put you into another date, and you know, and before I go, don't take the notice of anybody. Keep playing your wonderful music, and because after all, you're just a human like
Yeah.
everybody else is. All
As
right.
I said, I'm a nobody, and that's the best way. That's the best way to
Um,
do.
I totally disagree with you there.
Okay.
You're not a nobody. You're somebody. You're a person. Just remember that.
Okay.
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 Right. Okay. Right. And I hope and in the meantime, my wife's doing it now. She'll contact you. We'll work out another date and the time and everything, and it'd be good to have you back, and you can play some more music, and we can carry on what we're doing about the interviews and stuff.
Okay. Sure. All right.
All right.
Thank
But
you.
thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye bye.
Namaste. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. There you go. Does it matter if we're different? Does it matter what the color of our skin? Does it matter what sexuality we are? Does it matter, the way we are? We're all different. Every one of us is. I'm different. My wife's different. Everyone is different in this world. All we need to do is to think, stop labeling people for what they are, but to stop and think. We need to encourage people more, don't we? Whether it's music, writing, or whatever they're doing, we just need to encourage more people and make life more easy for everyone. Anyway, guys, I'll see you back in around about 4 o'clock. And in the meantime, God bless you all. Bye bye.